What's going on, print family? So welcome back to my channel. You know how it is, I'm always busy. It's about 6:48. I close at 5 and I'm still here. I have two shirts that I have to knock out for my wife's I guess her brand that she makes up, and I cut them out for her and I'm about to press them up and get ready. But today I'm not gonna put no intro. I'm not gonna put anything. I just wanna talk to you guys on a week that I had, and wasn't good, but it wasn't bad as well. But I got a lot of info in. So, first things first, let me get to work. Pretty much, I was looking around to get new equipment. And the new equipment that I'm trying to get is actually an embroidery machine. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube and other influencers that that have everything, the Racoma and Tajami, I think they call it, and the Genome and stuff like that. I even looked at the SW something. I'm SWI or I'm not sure what the name of it is. But I decided to look into it because I get about 4 phone calls a week asking me if I do embroidery. Now, personally, I don't have the equipment to do it. So this is work that I have to pretty much pass off. Now, most of the people that call me are big clients, companies that are locally around me, and they always ask for something, and it hurts in a way that I have to turn down work. Right now, this is my main work. Like I told you in other videos, I was a trucker for almost 25 years. Health got a little bit bad, so I had to get off the road. So I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and it's been going great for me. Now, people might say, well, there's a lot of people doing it. Yes, there is a lot of people doing it, but it all depends on the work that you do, like I always say. So back to what I was saying. I get phone calls 4 to 5 times a week, and it's getting to the point that I'm losing money and I'm tired of it. So I decided that I wanted to find out, what machinery is out there, and how much it is, and so on and so on. Now, mind you, being in the trucking industry, yes, I got business credit. I've been in business since about 2008. I opened up my LLC in New Jersey. Still the same name. From there, I closed, when I moved to Florida in 2015, I closed the LLC in New Jersey and had to open up only here in Florida, for the simple fact that if you open up more than one state, then now you're not considered an LLC. It's more like a corporation, because now you're in different states. So pretty much I shut down there. I opened up over here, but my BBK and my BBK and everything else, my tax, IEN number, everything still stayed the same because I just transferred. And that's the easiest way to do it without having to pay like a franchise fee and so on and so on. And you're gonna pay more taxes. You know how it is. Uncle Sam wants their money regardless. So pretty much, double press that. So pretty much, yeah, I was looking into the financing, and wow, these machines are ridiculously up there in price. And I understand. I mean, they say that they're gonna make money on it, and you're gonna make so much per whatever you sell and stuff. And I get it, because I think embroidery is one of the best ways to actually give to corporate America. You know, I deal with a big company that's here in Florida, in Georgia, and in New Jersey. And, you know, they order 40, 45, 50 shirts or hoodies at one time. And this is like every 3 months, because they're always doing shows. And, you know, big shout out to them. They know who they are. I just don't want to mention their names over my channel. But yeah, they're pretty much, they always come to me. So that's something beautiful that I could offer them. And I would love to offer embroidery to them, because I think that professionally wise and in the corporate America, you know, a logo with embroidered will be the most best outfit for a company. So to make matters a little bit simpler, so I decided, I said, you know what, let me call a couple people out there and let me see where they at, and let me get the feel to see how much the everything is. Now, I also have a buddy of mine as well that owns one, and pretty much, I mean, they don't want nobody to say different prices and stuff like that. It's up there. Trust me, it's up there. It's pretty much the same price as a used car, and I'm talking about a used car with maybe $55,000, $60,000. You go out there, you buy a used car, you're gonna pay the same price. So pretty much, I called the companies out, and there was like 3 companies that actually got back to me. One of them spoke to me, but didn't really answer some of my questions, because I have a list of questions there, and you know, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I want to know what it does and what it can help me in. So I talked to all of them. I didn't get the feel for most of the companies, but I did get the feel for one company. And you know, I want to give a shout out to this guy, because I think, let me grab his name so I can tell you. His name is Christopher. I don't want to mention the last name, but his name is Christopher. If you guys want to talk to him, just, you know, hit me up in the bottom. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I always come out with videos to talk to you guys. This is what I do. So yeah, if you want to talk to Christopher, just hit me up in the bottom, and I'll send you a private message with his number and his extension. That way you can get in touch with him and talk to him. So this guy calls me. Actually, he calls my wife, because I have went to a dentist appointment with my son. And I tell you what, he answered all my wife's questions. He emailed me first thing in the morning. That was quick. Not only that, you know, after he answered my wife's question, he also emailed me again, you know, and telling me that he spoke to my wife, and that, you know, it was a pleasure meeting her. He told my wife that he will call me back at 2 o'clock. This guy, when at 2 o'clock on the dot, he called me. Most people, they'll tell you they'll call you back, and they'll blow you off, because they think, you know, they're just trying to make a sell. So they figure if the person didn't didn't do it the first time, whatever. So he calls me back, and I spoke to him this time. He answered all my questions. He told me how much everything was. He did tell me that there was financing and everything available. Now, I'm all for the financing, and I'm telling you, unless you got a Wells Fargo truck behind you, you got to finance it. There's people out there that are making that kind of money, but unfortunately, I'm not making that kind of money. So, you know, I had to take mine in baby steps, and yeah, maybe I could put a nice down payment, but to actually pay it off in cash ain't gonna happen. So the company that I spoke to, the salesman, Christopher, the company was Racoma. This guy was the nicest guy I've ever met, and Racoma, if you're listening to this, you need to give that guy a nice chunk of change, because he's a valued person, and the way he speaks to people, I really appreciated the way he handled. You know, he didn't talk down to me because I was a small business. He didn't talk down to me because, you know, I was beating around the bush trying to ask questions and didn't buy nothing. This guy was down, and that I appreciate from him. I can't say nothing else. Christopher, thank you very much, and I will be contacting you soon. Just let me get my little, as we say in Spanish, my chuletas up, and I'll hit you up. So yeah, so that's a great thing, and you know, definitely I think that company is a little bit worthy on their word, and the way he explained to me all the warranty and everything that they got, I think it's great. So that's where we are. So now I'm just sitting back trying to, you know, crunch numbers, trying to see if I could pay off some of my debt to actually acquire this other debt. So, I mean, I don't owe none of my equipment, thank God. Everything here is paid off, and whatever I got in the garage is paid off. The debt that I have was actually from my truck, and you know, it was big numbers. I mean, you break down the truck, you're looking at about $5 grand to fix a truck. So I got to pay down some of that before I can even try to move forward into this new embroidery world. And I'm gonna do it. I just don't. I just can't. I can't right now. I mean, I can, but I just need to pay down some of my debt to get my personal credit back up. I mean, the business got its own credit. And like I said, I've been in business since 2008. So the business got its own credit. But even though the business got its own credit, they still go by your personal credit. So either way, somebody's responsible for that business. So I need to pay some of that debt down so I can do that. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. So I made up my mind. I think I'm going to go with the Racoma. I think that, you know, the warranty and the customer service and the way they respond to customers, I think is awesome. So definitely, guys, if you're interested and your credit is up there and you have enough income and capital, or you don't have a lot of debt, I'm not telling you to go out there and buy it and then be strapped and you're stuck with this payment. I mean, the payment is not a big deal. The payment is $200-something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make $200 in a month. But it's a 6-year or 72 months, actually, let me say 72 months loan. So don't get yourself in debt and try to do something and you don't have that clientele. Like me, I know I can get the clientele. I have people calling me. I've got, you know, actually 2 companies that keep asking me about it. Plus, I want to be able to offer it to that bigger, you know, corporation. So, yes, can I make that payment? Yes, I can. I know I can. But like I said, if you guys are out there and you guys are just starting off and you got, you know, you're still paying on your equipment or you paid it off, and it takes time to build up money. And if I was you, try to get at least, I know it's going to be hard, but $5,000 to $6,000 will be a great thing to save, just in case you don't meet that requirement. And then they're going to say, well, you know, can you put down $5,000 and then finance the rest of it? You know, you don't want to make it look bad. So do me a favor, just save your chuletas up and get it when the time is right. I mean, if these companies are going to deal with you, they're going to deal with you regardless. So, yeah. So another thing, well, first of all, I want to show you something that I did on the silhouette. And people tell me that you can't make small neck tags with the silhouette Cameo 4 Plus. Check that out. Look how small that print is. This is 2 inches by 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm sorry, I got all fingerprints on it, but if you can see, that Cameo, it does its job. So, you can do it. So yeah, let me talk about my second good news. So as I'm trying to find new equipment, trying to find easier ways to do things, and try to find a method that will help me out be more quick, productive, and I just want to be a workhorse, you know? So I actually bumped into a DTF printer, and I have it being shipped to me now. I have to convert it. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna convert it. And it's crazy how I bumped into it, because a friend of mine has it. And he's been telling me about this printer for a while, and he kept saying that it's a t-shirt printer. So I really didn't know what he was talking about until I actually called him up and said, you know, hey, what's the t-shirt printer that you have? Send me pictures. So it took a couple of days. He didn't send me nothing. Finally, after like 2 or 3 weeks, he finally calls me up today, and he tells me, hey, well, I called him and I said, hey, what happened to the pictures? You never sent me the pictures. I want to see this machine. So he says, okay, I'm home right now. Let me take some pictures and I'll send it to you. So he did. He sent me some pictures, and it's actually one that does, you know, 13 by, let me not lie to you. Let me tell you the truth here. I definitely don't want to lie. You know, I take notes on everything. Yeah, 13 by 19. So it does 13 by 19. And I was looking up all the stuff that I needed for it. It looks like I'm gonna be spending some money on that, but it's still gonna be cheaper than me getting the embroidery machine right now. Like I said, I'm still gonna get the embroidery machine, but right now, I gotta stick to something that's a little bit lower budget until I build money. Well, I don't want to say build money. I say pay off my debt so I can have more money. So yes, so that's my plan. Let me repress this a little bit here. Let me get that line out of there. This thing sometimes, it's a good press, but sometimes it'll be making a little line on there, and I gotta heat the vinyl back up to get to iron it out, pretty much. So yeah, that's gonna be coming in soon, and once I get that, we are gonna sit here together and we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna take off. I don't know if it's a Saturday or whatever the case may be. Look at that necktie. Look at that necktie. Tell me that didn't work out. The bottom part, that's the material. I mean, the wash instructions that came with the shirt. I'm just talking about from here up. 2 inches. Look at that. So this is the shirt, guys. My wife is gonna be selling these shirts. Her and her little friends, you know, they all buy it. And I think it's pretty neat, you know? So it's all labeled for her. Right now I got 2 orders, so that's gonna be going out. Let me bring you over here and shut this machine off. So yeah, guys, that's my plan. My plan is to get that DTF here, and as soon as it gets here, we are going to sit together. Well, not sit, but we are gonna work on it together. We're gonna see how the process goes and how easy it is. And hey, if it works, it works, right? If it beats weeding out this material, and don't get me wrong, I love this Siser vinyl, and I'll keep doing it, you know, on smaller things, but more colorful designs. I want to be able to do more than 3 colors. So for me to get pictures and stuff like that, I think that's going to be a great thing for me. So yeah, we're going to do that together. So guys, I just wanted to talk about that, and you know, why I'm doing these 2 shirts for my wife. It's so many opportunities out there. You just got to go and get it, man. Get that money. You know, I put myself out there all the time. I put myself out there on Facebook. I put myself out there on Instagram. I'm a hustler, so I'm gonna get that money. And sometimes it's slow. This week was slow for me. I mean, I've had, 3 baby onesies. I think I had 5 shirts that came in on Monday, and these 2 shirts. So yeah, this was a slow week, but I still made money because my equipment is paid off. So the shop still made money. My office made money. And I'm still home, so, and that's another thing. I'm trying to save up money to get into a small office space, which is a little bit more professional. You know, it beats having people coming to my house, and I always consider my home my privacy, and I don't like people coming here all the time, but it is what it is. I got to deal with it right now. I let them come in. I talk to them. I welcome them in, you know, my home. But it's better to have an office. You'll make more money. You'll be a lot happier. You'll be away from your wife. No, I didn't say that. Happy wife, happy life. Just remember that. So, guys, as soon as I get that DTF machine in, we're going to go into it together. And we're going to see how hard it is. Like I said, I have a lot of plans for 2022, and I'm hoping that it brings me that Racoma in place, and maybe I can further my business, and I don't have to drive trucks anymore. You know, I can sell my truck and just keep doing this and don't have to worry about it. Like I said, guys, it's about 22 minutes in. This is just me talking. There's no intro or nothing. So, yo, like and subscribe. Follow me. Hit that bell button so you can see when I'm about to do it. And I'll try to put out a premiere before I start doing this DTF. I'm new to DTF, so we are going to do it together. That's for sure. So, guys, stay blessed. I love you guys all. Remember, God's first. Everything else falls in place. You wouldn't have a business without God, so put Him first all the time. One love again. I will check you guys out on the next one. Peace.